Hello and welcome to another TP's Diary video. If you've been watching the channel, you would have seen that I have recently just picked up this 1995 Jaguar XJS as the new project. Anyway, I also pointed out to you that we had a few leaks around the windscreen, which caused all the carpets to get wet, etc, etc. So if you haven't seen that video, have a look in the link below and go back and have a look at it. I need to get this car off the lift because I've also got the XK150 that I've got a few jobs that I need to finish off on that car. So, but I'm a bit reluctant to get this car out and put it outside under a cover until I sorted out these water leaks. So what I thought I would do would be to now seal up as best I can round the windscreen. There is a water channel that runs down past this piece of trim, and on the passenger side I put some water down there and I didn't see it coming out, which is a bit of a worry, which means there might be a bit of rot on that A post. So yeah, I'm not quite ready to start taking the trim off yet. So I'm going to seal this up. So I bought myself some Sikaflex, which I'll show you, and then I'm just going to run a bead of sealant around these areas, and I'm going to seal up this bit for the moment. And I know some of you might be going, ooh, don't do that, that's going to cause you problems later. I know that. But you know, I'm basically going to start sort of doing some minor restoration on this car in a few months' time. So I just want something to just seal it up for the moment. So I'm going to do that. I took it out the other day and I noticed that the rear brakes are sticking a little bit. So I want to get it up on the lift and just free those off because I want to be able to drive the car around whilst it's outside. So it'll be just sitting on the drive with a cover on. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to just show you what we've got here. So if you have a look, this panel is completely solid. I am still going to run a bead of Sikaflex around here, and I'll probably put a little bit in there as well, just to be on the safe side. And I know some of you are going to be sort of sucking air through your teeth at this, but I am actually going to seal up this this gutter here. The only reason being is I don't really know what's going on behind this piece of trim at the moment, and so I just don't want to take that apart just yet. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you the other side. So this is the other side, and obviously you can see there's some rot here, but this is what I'm talking about. Look, can you see the movement in that panel? And you can't really get up underneath there, but I think this panel needs to be replaced, and so that's why I think the windscreen is going to have to come out. So the other thing is as I mentioned earlier, I've poured some water down through in this channel here, and it didn't come out anywhere. I couldn't see it come out anywhere. So that's why I'm sort of thinking I'm going to just put a seal around here for the moment, just to stop anything going down in there while it's sitting outside or I'm driving it this winter. So yeah, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is get this panel off, because I want to see what's going on inside there as well, make sure the drain's all working and all of that sort of stuff, because I may end up having to run a bit more sealant round behind here. So I'm going to get that off now, and then we'll go from there. So we've got the screen wash in here. Again, that looks like it's just clipped in. A little clip there. That should poke out. That one's the same. Pokes out. Right. Get the panel out. So, what does it look like under there? Okay, so what am I looking for in here? I just wanted to see whether or not there is plenty of gunk in there. Is it worth me taking out and look at that? So, okay. That's actually that's quite a big repair. Okay. So here is the root of the leak, and I can see it down in there. I think what I'm going to have to do is get this windscreen wiper motor mechanism out so I can properly get in there and have a look. But first things first, you can see the rot here. So peculiar, it hasn't done it on the other side. Yeah. So that means in order to repair that, we'll take this wing off, take the windscreen out, and that whole panel, which from first inspection here, you can see it. You can see it's spot welded through there. Which means it will be this entire panel, this whole part. And to repair it, it looks like it's the whole of this panel that's underneath the windscreen. It's quite a big job, that one. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, it'll be all right. It will be okay. I mean, what does it require? It means just drilling out all of these spot welds, take the windscreen out, take the wing off, drilling now, removing the panel, putting a new panel in to see if I can get one. Okay, so this is the part inside. Yeah, okay, you can see just here. Some surface rust there. Up underneath that panel, if you can see, it doesn't look that bad here. However, if I swing it round, you can now see there's a hole just there. And what's going to be interesting is because I can't actually see in there. So let's come out. So I'm here. Okay. So now we're going to go in through this hole, and just see if we can get past that. So now theoretically I'm looking back at the bulkhead here. Yeah. There we go. Right. And there has the windscreen. So that is the windscreen side. So that's where obviously the windscreen seal has failed. And let's see if I can, which way do I want to go? Yeah, so if I now go back towards, so that's the car side, that is the windscreen side. So actually the panel underneath that one that's failed is not looking that bad. So it's just this top panel that really needs to be dealt with. So if I could bring the camera back out again now. Bring you back down to me. Okay, so, right, what I've got to do now is, let me just flip the camera around. For this fix, I'm just going to seal up round here. I'll just put something in here for the moment. I've got some aluminium foil tape that I'll try and stick in there. I'm going to seal up round here, and then I'm actually going to seal up this one here. This panel, this whole panel needs to be replaced. I will have another look at the other side. And the hole that you saw down here next to the drain, I'll just fill that up and then just clean it all up, and then I can put it back together, and that'll be enough for the winter. And then I'm going to stop the rain running down through this channel here. Okay, so the Sikaflex now is dry, so now I need to just go around and just clean up all of these areas where I've applied it, which is basically to seal up the windscreen for my temporary fix. I don't know if you guys have ever come across this, but this is a sticker remover from HG. It's actually brilliant. So if you use this in combination with the Sikaflex, it actually, you can pretty much get the seal to look a little bit OEM. So I'm going to do that now, and then yeah, so once it's all done, then we can actually get the car reassembled, and I can show you then what we're doing with the brakes. So okay, so let's get on with that. Okay, so basically what I'm just doing is by doing this, I'm just removing all the excess around the seal, and it also just gives the surface a nice concave sort of look that makes it look like it's meant to be there, just a sort of a standard gasket. I'll zoom in at the end so you can see. I've used this method a few times, and it works really well. So, I mean, I'm not removing the seal at all. I'm just taking off the sort of the excess that I don't really need to leave a nice rubber seal. It looks a little bit like a gasket afterwards. So, yeah, it works well. Okay, so that's it done. I'm just going to grab the camera now and I will show you the end result. Quite pleased with that, just as a temporary fix. This panel is nice and firm again now, so I'm hoping that's not going to leak. Yeah, there's a bit of rust here and just around here, but I've put a bit of Sikaflex over the top of that, so that should just protect it just for now. So yeah, let's get the windscreen wiper motors back in, and then yeah, and then I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the brakes. So let's I'll just grab the camera, I'll give you a closer look of what I've done. Okay, so we're on the driver's side now, and what's quite nice about using this process, using the Sikaflex and the HG sticker remover, which does actually just take the very top layer of the Sikaflex off once you've actually it's dried. But the nice thing is it gives you a pretty good looking seal, and you can get really lovely results with it. So if you have a look here, you know, etc. So let's go around to the passenger side. So we're on the passenger side now. So here you can see I've just put in just over the rust some of the Sikaflex just to protect it a bit. But I've also, you can see it's nice and firm now. It's stuck it very well and it's given it a lovely looking seal. Here's the roof. So that should now protect that, waterproof it very nicely. So, so hopefully this winter, before I get a chance to put a new panel in here, it should protect the car. So, right, let's get the windscreen wipers now in and get all of that reassembled so I can close the bonnet. And then I want to just get under and free off the brakes a little bit. So let's get cracking on that now. Okay, so that's that temporary fix done. Quite happy with it. It doesn't, from, you know, looking at it from here, it doesn't really intrude onto the car at all, really. It just means that this winter I can drive this car without it filling up with water and the rot getting any, you know, running the risk of rotting out the floors and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm really happy with that repair. So I'm just going to tidy up a little bit, then we'll get up in the air and get the rear wheels off so I can check out those brakes. So I'm going to get this rear wheel off. The beam jack that fits this lift, which will enable me to lift the whole of the back of the car up, hasn't arrived yet. So I'm just going to do one wheel at a time. So I'm just going to get this wheel off now, and then we can have a closer look at the discs, the pad. I think it's pretty sure it's the handbrake linkage that's sticking, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, and maybe I can lubricate that and try and free it off a bit. It's not sticking much, but it is sticking. So let's just check it out. So the disc. So let's just check. So what I'm checking for here is, really it should sound like a bell, and it's sort of, so I think it's all right. If it's a thud, then you've got a crack in the disc and it needs to be changed. So let's have a look. So we've got reasonable pads. But that's definitely free. So I just want to have a look at the handbrake linkage. Maybe that needs to be looked at. Right, here the handbrake linkage. Okay, so what I've just done is I've just lubed up the bottom of it. I'm not about to start pulling all of this apart right now. I just need a bit more time to do it, really. So I'm hoping that's going to be okay. They are free now because I've made sure that I've pulled them free. And clearly the handbrakes are inside the disc. So I'm just going to leave it like that for the minute and then just see how we get on. Worst case is I'll just take the discs off and I can try and adjust it from there. They're pretty tight. So hopefully that lubrication, they are moving, but hopefully that penetrating fluid and lubrication will do the job. So I'm actually going to put the tyre back on and get the car out. Okay, so before I go any further, I just want to stick a bit of copperies on these wheel studs. Just helps with making sure they don't seize up. Okay, so 70 to 75 pounds-foot I've got to torque these up to, which is about just under 100 Newton meters. So let's just finish off getting this done. Right, so all that's left to do now is tidy up, get it back on the ground and get it out. And then I'm going to put the XK in. So I'm going to finish that video here. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button and subscribe, which is free. And then you'll be up to date. You'll get notifications when the next videos start coming up. Not only on the XJS, I've got the XJ and the XK that I'm doing some videos on. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and you'll get all the notifications and you won't miss out. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.